everybody, thank you for joining me today. I'm Sally from Sally Stampers, and today I'm going to show you how to make this cute little Pentagon box. This one is made with sweet sugar plum cardstock and the beautiful Blooms and Bliss DSP, and I'm going to show you how to do it. So you need to start off with a piece of cardstock that measures 10.5 inches by 6. We're then going to do some scoring. So with the 10.5 inches across the top, we're going to score at 2, 4, 6, 8 and 10. And while we still have the cardstock here, we're just going to mark 1, 3, 5, 7 and 9. So then we rotate and score at 2 and 4 inches. Keep hold of your scoring tool because you will need it, but you can get rid of your scoring board. So with those little notches at the top, I'm going to take hold of a ruler. Doesn't matter what size, as long as it's, well, it doesn't even matter if it's a ruler, just a straight edge. And we're going to match up the corner of that top horizontal score line with that notch mark that we made there, and just gently go along your ruler or your straight edge to make those triangle marks at the top. It's helpful if you've got a wad of paper or card or something underneath, maybe even a magazine, just to help the scoring, because obviously you are going to be pressing on with a little bit of force just to get those marks. So we're just doing the last one. Okay, so as with all our 3D projects, we're going to be scoring and burnishing all of our lines. Sorry, folding and burnishing all of our lines. Trouble with my words today. Okay, so score all of those. Okay, so now we're going to fold these triangles. So the top corner where there's no tab, we just gently fold that in towards ourselves, and then as you go along, the card to a degree will bend with you. Some of them are a little harder, but if you find that one side's not going, try the other, because once that one side's gone, the other will tend to fold with it. It is a little bit fiddly, but once you sort of get the hang of it, it's usually not too bad. I think I folded that the wrong way. There we go. Okay, so we're going to cut up the bottom tabs, which are obviously going to be the base. And then this small one on the end here can just be cut away. Okay, so now we need to decorate it, and again I'm using the Blooms and Bliss DSP. I just think it's so pretty, and adhering them onto these middle panels here. So this DSP measures 1 3/4 by 1 3/4 inches, and this Blooms and Bliss DSP is actually one of the ones that's in the offer at the moment, that's only on for the rest of this week. Buy 3 and get your 4th pack free, and it is so worth it. This paper is beautiful, it's double-sided, so you get, I suppose, double for your money, because you get double the amount of options of colours and patterns available. Okay, so that's those stuck on there. So now I'm going to look at adhering my box, and I'm actually going to use some tear and tape today, just because I find it a little stronger for the box, and you can also get it right up to the edge, so that when you seal your box, that join is almost invisible. Okay, so peel that off. Now unfortunately, because it's not a flat box, you can't do it that way, so you'll have to do it this way. Make sure that you line up those horizontal lines and the top as well. Press it down. Okay, so with that being my back join, have that facing me, and we're going to rotate it anti-clockwise, putting the tabs down. So you rotate it this way. Now, when you put your adhesive on this bottom, you need to be very mindful, because if you just adhere that one top flap, all you're going to adhere is that, and the rest of it is going to move. So we do actually need to put adhesive on all of these strips. And again, I am going to use tear and tape, just simply because it is a little bit stronger. Got that piece a bit too long there. Okay, so popping this on all of these. As you can see, I'm just using a small amount, just placed on the box. And then this very last one is actually going to have 2 pieces adhered to it, just because it is the last piece and I want it to stay down. Okay, so again, we'll start with this bottom one. Peel off the backing, and then this is where you need to just make sure your box remains in its shape. So we'll press that one down, backing off the next one. Make sure you've got your shape, press it down. And don't worry if you've got some of the adhesive overlapping there a little. It will obviously come off, but it will get hidden once you put this top piece down. Just. Okay, so obviously you can put your hand inside and just press it, make sure you're happy with it. And obviously that is the box. So now we need to just tie it up, and for this I'm using the handheld punch, which is the 1/8, I believe, and we're going to punch. You've got this star shape on the top where the bits pinch, that's where we're going to punch the holes. So it doesn't really matter which end you start. Try and keep them relatively close to the box, just so that your ribbon doesn't look a mess then when you're threading it through. And the last one. Okay, so there we have it, that's the back there. So I'm going to use some of the coordinating ribbon, which is the mint macaron, and it's the trio pack that comes with the Blooms and Bliss suite. So with this being the back of my box, I want to start obviously at the front so that both ends meet. Now I found it quite tricky trying to get that through there, and I found the easiest way was to use your tool, your scoring tool. Just make sure you give yourself plenty at the other end. Those of you that follow my blog or have had a look at my blog will see that I did something very similar to this a while back, and that was a hexagon box. To be honest, when I had a look at it, I wasn't too happy with how it came out, so I had a look and thought, how can I make this any better or easier? And I came out with doing the Pentagon Box instead, and I actually do think I prefer this one. There's not much more in the size, it's only one panel less. For those of you that know your shapes and names, the Pentagon obviously is 5 and the hexagon is 6 sides. Okay, so we're nearly there. Last one. Okay. Now I did try and tie a bow on the pink one, but to be honest, this ribbon it's not thick, but it's just a little thicker than the other that we have, and I found that the bow just looked a mess, so I decided to stick with just a dainty knot, which I think can look just as nice, especially as this ribbon is so pretty with the ridges in it. Okay, so just cut the ends off there, and there's your box. And we just need to decorate it now. So as with the pink one, you can't really see, unfortunately I can't lie it down for you to be able to see. But the pink one, again I used the sentiment out of the Blooms and Wishes box, stamped box, sorry. So I'm going to go for the For You again. And this is on block C. And just some scrap of Whisper White and Island Indigo. I'm just going to stamp that there. And the decorative label punch, which is always seems to be my go-to punch when I need to put something on a gift or a box. It's just the right size and I just think it's lovely. And with the pink one, you may have noticed that I sponged the edges with Blushing Bride, which is the other coordinating colour. So I'm going to sponge this one with Mint Macaron, which is the coordinating colour with this one. Now these sponges you can also get from Stampin' Up. They come in a circle, and I think they come in a pack of three circles as it were, and I cut mine into 4, and then I actually punch a circle punch of the coloured cardstock when I was starting out and couldn't remember all the colours, and wrote it on. Luckily I don't really need the name written on anymore because I do actually know it. So again on this one, as you can see, I've put a little bit of ribbon in the background, which I'm going to do with this, and I've got a bit that I left from when it was cut off the ribbon at the top. So again, use a little bit of town tape, just pop it on the centre of the ribbon and peel it off and pop it at an angle. And then I've got some of these lovely enamel shapes, which I'm going to pop on here. Just choose whichever ones you wish, really. And you can either stick this on with dimensionals. I'm going to stick this one on with some more tearing tape just because I have it to hand. So just peel that off. Pop it on, and there we have it. 2 really cute boxes, perfect for male or female really. Just good enough to fill with some beautiful treats, and they are a good size. Thank you for joining me today. Don't forget, this beautiful DSP is only on offer for the rest of this week. Grab some while you can, and you can make lots of these boxes. Thanks for joining me. Bye.